We're hanging into the abyss of blue. In it is nothing but innumerable and endless worlds, more numerous even, in the number of beings, than all the rocks that cracked and became little rocks, in all that rib of rock that extends from Alaska, nay, the Aleutian tips down through these high cascades, through to California, Ensenada, down through High Tepic, down to Tehuantepec, down the rib to Guatemala, and on Colombia, Andes, till the high-bottom Chile and Tierra del Fuego, oh, yoy, and on around to Siberia, in other words, and all the grains of sand that comprise a rock, and all the grains of atom stuff therein, more worlds than that, in the empty blue sea, we hang in, upside down, too much to be real. Fourth chorus. Little weird flower, why did you grow? Who planted you on this goddamn hill? Who asked you to grow? Why don't you go? What's wrong with your orange tips? I was under the impression that you were supposed to be some kind of perfect nature. You are. Just jiggle in the wind, I see. At your feet I see a nosegay, bouquet of 7 little purple apes who didn't grow so high, and a sister of yours, further down the precipice, and your whole family to the left. I thought last week you were funeral bouquets. For me, that never asked to be born or die, and now I guess I'm just talking through my empty head.
Sundown like they always do. It was a hot, red wind. Everyone was tense, wound up tight. It was the kind of night where every party ended in a fight. Meek little housewives ran their fingers along the edge of the kitchen knife and studied the back of their husband's neck. The call houses that specialize in 16-year-old virgins are doing a land office business. Anything can happen, especially if you're the little sister from Manhattan, Kansas. I answered the phone in my office. Philip Marlowe, Investigations. I was too tired for the usual witty banter and the hard-boiled commentary I usually dispense when I pick up the phone. I'd been waiting for this call. It was Dolores Gonzalez. I put the phone down. I knew what I was going to have to do, but I didn't like it. I got in my car and I drove east on Sunset, but I didn't go home. At La Brea, I turned north and swung over to Highland, out over Cuenca Pass and down onto Ventura Boulevard. Past Studio City, Sherman Oaks, and Encino. There was nothing lonely about this trip. There never is on that road. Fast boys and stripped down foals shot in and out of traffic streams, missing fenders by a 16th of an inch. Somehow always missing them. I drove on past the gaudy neons and the false fronts behind them. The sleazy hamburger joints that looked like palaces under the colors. The circular drive-ins with the chipper, hard-eyed car hops. The brilliant counters, the sweaty, greasy kitchens that would have poisoned a toad. Behind Encino, an occasional light winked from the hills through thick trees. The homes of screen stars. Screen stars, phooey. The veterans of 1,000 beds. Hold it, Marlowe. You're not human tonight. The air got cooler. The highway narrowed. The cars were so few now the headlights hurt. The grade rose against chalk walls, and at the top a breeze, unbroken from the ocean, danced casually across the night. I ate dinner at a place near Thousand Oaks. Bad, but quick. Feed them and throw them out. Lots of business. Easy money for the racketeers that have taken over the restaurants. Here we go again. You're not human tonight, Marlowe. I drove onto the Oxnard cutoff and turned back along the ocean, the Pacific Coast Highway. The big trucks were streaming north, all hung over with orange lights. On the right, a great fat solid Pacific trudging into shore like a scrubwoman going home. No moon, no fuss, hardly a sound of the surf, no smell. None of the harsh, wild smell of the sea, a California ocean. California, the department store state. The most of everything and the best of nothing. Here we go again. You're not human tonight, Marlowe. All right, why would I be? I'm sitting in that office thinking about the little sister from Manhattan, Kansas. Why? Who am I cutting my throat for this time? A blonde with sexy eyes and too many door keys? A girl from Manhattan, Kansas? I don't know. All I know is that something isn't what it seems, and the old tired but reliable hunch tells me that if the hand is played the way it is dealt, the wrong person is going to lose the pot. Is that my business? Well, what is my business? Do I know? Did I ever know? Let's not get into that. You're not human tonight, Marlowe. Maybe I never was or never will be. Maybe I'm an ectoplasm with a private license. Maybe you'll get this with a cold, half-lit world where the wrong thing happens and never the right. Malibu, more movie stars, more pink and blue bathtubs, more tufted beds, more Chanel No. 5, more Lincoln Continentals and Cadillacs, more wind-blown hair, sunglasses and attitudes, and pseudo-refined voices. Now wait a minute. Lots of nice people work in pictures. You've got the wrong attitude, Marlowe. You're not human tonight. I smelled Los Angeles before I got to it. It smelled stale and old like a living room that had been closed too long. But the colored lights fooled you. The lights were wonderful. I finally pulled up in front of her hotel. The play was over. I was sitting in the empty theater. The curtain was down, and projected on it dimly, I could see the action. But already some of the actors were getting vague and unreal. The little sister, above all. In a few days, I would forget what she had looked like, because in a way she was so unreal. I thought of her tripping back to Manhattan, Kansas, dear old mom, with that fat new $1,000 in her purse. A few people had been killed so she could get it, but I didn't think that would bother her for very long. I walked into the hotel lobby.